Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome live from the Daytona Ice Arena. Game number 2 of our doubleheader on the night. Embry-Riddle's D3 team hosting the University of Tampa Spartans in Collegiate Hockey Federation action. I'm Nick Gimbel on the play-by-play. We thank you for joining our YouTube live stream on the Embry-Riddle Eagles Broadcast Network. University of Tampa, this is their first game of the season. They will be sporting their road red uniforms, black pants, black socks with the red and white trim. Moving left to right across the ice surface, Will DeCaro, number 38, will be getting the start in net for the Spartans. Embry-Riddle in their home white uniforms, blue and gold trim with blue pants and helmets, moving right to left across your computer screen for period number 1. Number 50, Brendan Grable, getting his first collegiate start in net for Embry-Riddle. A couple of players missing after being called up to the D2 team. Chase Talagani, one of them, had a massive effort in the D2 team's 4-3 win against the UCF Knights. Just a few moments ago, it was veteran Kyle Usiak, with 2 minutes left in the game, got a breakaway chance and made no mistake, giving the Eagles the 4-3 win. Most of the crowd has gone out of the building, but those that have stayed are feeding off of the momentum and hoping to give that to their D3 team. Tyler Staropoli, who scored the only goal last game for Embry-Riddle against the University of Florida, got the call up to the D2 team, so he is unavailable for the D3 game tonight. Team captain Billy Callahan centering Ian Betkis, and Christopher Walsh starting out for Embry-Riddle, and an early collision springs Walsh for a drop pass. Callahan stripped a possession from behind. Jack Healy sending that one out towards center, stripping possession away from Joseph Mendoza. Tries to send it out in front, but Billy Callahan on the back check gets it out towards center. Franco Caminiti along with Dylan Passero on defense for Tampa, with Justin Evans, Jack Healy, and Anthony Mancini for the Spartans. Embry-Riddle 0-1 on their season so far. Again, that 5-1 loss last week on Friday night against the Florida Gators. Now Walsh with a backhander into the slot, but it is taken away by Justin Evans. He'll get it out towards center. A little stutter step and a near turnover from Isaac Fisher, but he gains space for himself and dumps it in at the red line. Now fresh defense out. Sean Joyce for Tampa. Can't clear it out. Held in by Conroy. And the centering pass deflected back into the corner. Isaac Fisher punished into the end wall for his troubles. And Tampa on the second effort will skate it out. Cameron Pate gets it down the near side wall for Holden Havlovic. But it is Patrick Conroy to do the honors to get it up the far side wall, not out. Blake Duffy holds it in, thrown in front, and a good paddle save made by Grable. Loose puck in the high slot is handled by Tampa, but a fan shot allows Embry-Riddle to clear it out towards center. 18:22 left in period 1, still no score here from the Daytona Ice Arena. Again, the first game of the season for this D3 Tampa team. Embry-Riddle looking for their first win. They're 0-1 after a 5-1 loss against Florida. Grable is going to let this out of his glove hand, and it may turn into an icing call. No, it's not. Fresh off the bench is Eli Kirby for the Spartans. He'll send this one errantly through center, and Sean Cardello, drop down from the D2 team, gains the red line and dumps it in. Around the near side wall, McKiernan down the right wing. His long-range shot is blocked. The rebound comes right back to him and had to be held by the left-handed glove against the body of Grable as he vacated his position hugging that post after Thomas McKiernan sent a shot off the body of Joseph Mendoza, and it came right back to him. Good start from Brendan Grable. 3 saves on 3 shots. Embry-Riddle still with no official shot on goal, and now an own goal against Embry-Riddle is Sean Cardello. Right place at the wrong time. Sean Cardello, the defenseman for Embry-Riddle, standing in front of his net where the off-wing on the offside defenseman should be, but Brendan Grable sending that routine shot off the paddle, went off the shin pad of his defenseman and into his own net. So Tampa with an early 1-0 lead, 17:39 left in period 1. We apologize for the mix-up of the scoreboard on your feed left over from the UCF game just a few moments ago, but the score now is correct, 1-0 Tampa after an own goal, unfortunate pinball bounce from Sean Cardello, but Christopher Walsh might have an opportunity down the far side wall. He'll let one fly right into the UT logo of Will DeCaro. Justin Child backing up Will DeCaro on the Tampa bench. Derek Tombarelli backing up Brendan Grable for Embry-Riddle. Tampa always with a strong club hockey program, and it has trickled down to their D3 team. Again, the Collegiate Hockey Federation, the move to the Collegiate Hockey Federation, I should say, between the SCHC and the SECHC, allowing these programs to field 2 teams if they can. And now a 2-on-1, as I mentioned that, for Tampa over the blue line onside. Wilson sends it in front, good paddle, poke check, and it rolls towards the goal line, but the net was knocked off of its pegs anyways. Brendan Grable standing his ground. But as I was mentioning, the move from the ACHA to the Collegiate Hockey Federation for all of the programs in the SCHC and the SECHC, allowing these programs, if they can, the ability to field a lower team, basically acting as a feeder system and allowing players that come to tryouts an opportunity to still play. Because that's what club hockey is. It's not a pathway to the pros. It is one final opportunity for players coming out of AA, AAA, even house leagues, and some juniors programs, the ability to have 4 or 5 more years with one final kick at the can of competitive high-level hockey before they make their way onto their professional careers with their new degrees. So it's good that the Collegiate Hockey Federation is allowing these teams and these programs the opportunity to give every player that comes their way, or almost every player that comes their way, the opportunity to finish out their hockey careers how they want it. But it is a 1-0 lead for Tampa right now. Spartans back in their own end. Dylan Passero sends it down the far side wall, skated into by Jack Healy. Pressured over the red line by Joe Ginelli. His first game in an Embry-Riddle uniform. He was not in action last week against UF. An errant pass off the far side wall will allow Jonathan Gardner an opportunity to keep it down low. Spartans on the second effort breakout skate down the far side wall. Eagles colliding into one another, a 3-on-1. Centering pass. Glove save is made by Brendan Grable. A left-handed glove save of larcenous proportions on the point-blank 3-on-1 shot. This is Brendan Grable's first collegiate action, so good to see the confidence from the youngster. Getting out on top of the blue paint, cutting down the angle, and snagging it out of the air with a left-handed glove after the mental miscue in the neutral zone from his forwards. This long-range shot deflected out of the air, but the shot goes wide. Does not find the net frame. And then a long-range slap shot blocked in front. Rebound is there, and it finds its way home. Nothing that Brendan Grable could do as the blue line shot from Blake Duffy hit a player up high. And the second goal of the game belongs to Jack Healy. Again, this is Tampa's first game of the season, so that is Jack Healy's first goal of the season. Again, we're not 100% sure who scored the first Tampa goal. We'll get that information at the first intermission. But it is a 2-0 lead for the Tampa Spartans. And they're going to go right back to work. A good toe drag down the far side and a better blocker save from Grable. That was Holden Havlovic having his way with the Embry-Riddle defense. 5 minutes into the first period. Embry-Riddle back on their heels, trying to get some sort of momentum. And it's their captain, Billy Callahan, forcing the issue out of the near side corner, but it's cycled down low by Cameron Pate. Centered up to the blue line, but Ian Betkus is there in a good defensive position. He is stood up at the blue line by Blake Duffy. Rolling puck at the Embry-Riddle blue line. Allows Betkiss so a little bit of redemption to gain the red line and dumps it in, taking punishment doing so, and it's a extra cross check from Cameron Pape that is going to be called. So good job from Ian Betkiss to take the hit, makes the play, and Embry-Riddle's going to have their first power play of the game. Top line will stay out for Embry-Riddle. Callahan centering Walsh and Betkiss. Joseph Mendoza along with Isaac Fisher at the blue line on the power play. Fresh 2-minute power play, shot 7-1 in favor of Tampa right now, and the Eagles are going to have to set up shop from their own end. Fisher up the near side wall for Walsh. Little Gretzky curl at the near half wall, and a long-range shot in and out of the glove of Will DeCaro, and the rebound cleared all the way down, skated into by Anthony Mancini. Gets a nice move into the high slot, but he misses the net on the partial breakaway shot. The puck is rimmed all the way to the far side. Tampa's going to be first on it to keep it in their attacking end on the penalty kill. Finally settled down by Fisher. Quick breakout goes through the legs of Betkiss, who just peels off for a line change, allowing Tampa to hold it in their own end. And they'll actually have a partial breakout pass that goes deflected off the stick of Justin Evans back behind. Sean Cardello, who had the unfortunate break of having Tampa's first goal go off of his shin pads and into his own net, out on the second unit on the power play, but he cannot get it past the center ice red line. 13:25 left in period one, a 2-0 lead already for Tampa. Now Joe Giannelli brings it in offside after avoiding a heavy collision at center ice. 33 seconds left of Embry-Riddle power play time. 13:15 left in period one, shot 7-2 in favor of the visiting Tampa Spartans. Again, their first game action of the 2021-2022 campaign. Embry-Riddle forced all the way back down to their own end. No icing. There's still 23 seconds of Tampa penalty kill time. A long saucer pass nearly finds the stick of Joe Giannelli. They couldn't get a handle on it. It wound up on goal. So Will DeCaro will hang on to it and elect for a face-off in his own end on the near side circle. Both goaltenders wearing their catching glove on the left hand for this evening's matchup. Tampa will send this up to the blue line. A bouncer knocked out of the air by Isaiah Martin, but it goes onto the stick of Jack Vaughn. Shorthanded Vaughn centering pass comes back to him, but he couldn't get the shot away. Up the near side for Giannelli. The blue line shot gets blocked away. Dylan Passero in the way of that one. And this one backhanded off the body of Jonathan Gardner. Back behind the Tampa net, we're back to 5-on-5, full and even strength. 12:25 left in period one. Tampa leads 2-0. Franco Caminiti over the red line. Ducks away from the body of Mendoza, chasing down and giving forecheck pressure against Sean Cardello. But Mendoza will pick up the loose change on the right wing wall. Bump pass into the middle. Here comes Embry-Riddle down the far side wall. No shot is had because of a hooking call coming to Tampa. Centering pass comes out in front for Mendoza, but it goes off of his skates and he couldn't get a shot away. So Embry-Riddle will go back to the power play. They are 0-for-1 right now, 8 minutes into period one. Jack Vaughn, the guilty party. It looked like potentially Gustavo Magana got put partially behind the Tampa defense, forcing the hooking call. Billy Callahan against Joe Pizzo. Pizzo wins it, and Tampa clears it down. Mendoza to an open area behind his net. He'll chase it down himself. Dangerously in front of his own net and poked away. by Brendan Grable, but Tampa's first on it on the penalty kill forecheck. Now this one thrown in front by Sean Joyce, goes to the near side, and the cross-ice pass goes off the end boards and out towards center for Christopher Walsh. Back cross-ice, not too many men on the ice because the line change was completed. Betkiss, good reception of the pass that was behind him. Goes to the far circle, and his shot gets deflected into the near side corner. Tampa first on it. They'll do the honors of clearing it all the way down yet again. 1:09 left in Embry-Riddle's second power play of the game. They trail 2-0 early with 11 minutes remaining in the first. Now, Ian Betkiss cannot gain entry into the zone. And Betkiss is going to be charged for roughing. Not too much there, but the referee setting the precedent early. But as long as there's consistency, that's all that matters. So Ian Betkiss nabbed for roughing. 57 seconds of 4-on-4 play, and then a minute and 3 seconds of Tampa 5-on-4 power play time. It will be their first of the game if we make it to that point. Cross-ice pass comes through the slot, loose in the hash marks, and a shot blocked away. Rebound into the near circle, handled by Passero. Into the corner, a backhand centering pass is a good one, but it's knocked away at the last second before Healy could get his second of the game. Rimmed around the boards by DeCaro, coming out of his net to play it. The errant breakout pass goes all the way down for Isaiah Martin to send it back out towards center. Passero will leave it for Rentner. And a backhand reception goes off the body of Andrew Thomas, leaving it near side for Passero again. Dumped in by Healy. 9 seconds left of 4-on-4 play. Isaiah Martin dumped down to the ice, and a hand pass is going to be called against Embry-Riddle as Martin tried to send it on the stick of Giannelli with the glove instead of the stick. So in 4 seconds, Tampa will be back to full strength, and then they'll have a minute and 3 seconds of 5-on-4 power play time. It will be their first of the game. Tampa wins the faceoff, and a shot wide intentionally by Passero. He didn't want the shot to be blocked up high in the zone. Embry-Riddle taking a hit to make a play. That was Gavin Perry getting that one out on the penalty kill. Cross ice over the blue line onside. A couple of stick handles, loose in the slot. A backhander goes in. Andrew Thomas made room for himself to get to the low slot, and a backhander beats the blocker hand of Brendan Grable. It's 3-0 Spartans. And it is a power play goal, so Tampa is 1 for 1, 100% success rate on the man advantage right now. Face-off back out to center. We'll be back to 5-on-5 full and even strength after the power play goal from Andrew Thomas. Gives Tampa a 3-0 lead. And now an errant centering pass. We have a slashing penalty from the front official. Patrick Vaughn into the penalty box. So Embry-Riddle 0 for 2 on their man advantages to this point. Will go on their third power play. They desperately need one here. 9:37 left in period one. It is a 3-0 lead for the visiting Tampa Spartans, and they lead the shot category 8-2 as well. Face-off blocker, hand side of Will DeCaro on the near side circle. Embry-Riddle offensive territory. Billy Callahan lost the face-off. Tampa sends it up to the blue line, not out. A fan shot goes into the high slot and deflects to the far half wall. Ian Betkiss is first on it, thrown into the boards. We have a roughing penalty against Embry-Riddle's Isaiah Martin, so that will immediately negate Embry-Riddle's power play, and we'll have a minute and 52 seconds of 4-on-4 play. And I believe Isaiah Martin said one too many words to the official, and he'll pick up a second set of minutes. So 4 minutes up on the board because of the extra running of the mouth. So 2 minutes for roughing and 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct stacked on top of each other. So it's not a 4-on-3 power play for Tampa. Instead, they'll have about 2 minutes. But here comes Embry-Riddle, 4-on-4, and a good pad save made on the breakaway by Will DeCaro. Ian Betkiss got behind the defense. He's out in front, but he couldn't get the centering pass. Now Tampa on their 4-on-4 set breakout. Again, even strength. But Tampa will have 2 minutes and 8 seconds of power play time because of the extra unsportsmanlike conduct penalty to Isaiah Martin. So Duffy from the far side circle. Good stretch pass to the near side for Sean Joyce over the attacking blue line for Tampa. He'll send one routinely into the glove hand of Brendan Grable. With 62 seconds left of 4-on-4 play, 8:38 left in the opening period, 3-0 lead for the visitors. Face off near side circle, glove hand side of Grable in Embry-Riddle territory. Tampa wins it, throws it in front. A shot forward deflection from Rentner. Missed the stick barely of Jelani Wilson. Goes for Wilson, he'll walk out in front, backhands it up to the blue line. Rentner, his shot gets blocked away to the near side corner, never made it on goal. 42 seconds of 4-on-4 play. 8:15 left in the period, Tampa leads 3-0. To the blue line for Rentner. Backhand to forehand, he'll send the pass cross ice. Long range shot goes off the outside of the post. It beat Brendan Grable's blocker hand, but it didn't beat the net frame. Tampa from below the goal line. Rentner was loose in the near side low circle. The centering pass was fanned on. Rentner retreats back up towards the blue line. And the centering pass deflects right back onto the stick of Wilson. He'll backhand it down the board. Still 4-on-4 even strength. For 5 seconds. Tampa completes a line change that they want to get out on the ice. Embry-Riddle will dump it down into Tampa territory, comes back out towards center and skated into by Pizzo. Pizzo into the near corner, rims it around the boards to the far side, finds a half-wall play for Eli Kirby. He is run into at the blue line, but Gardner could not clear it out, and the cross-ice pass goes over the stick of Havlovic. 1:45 of power play time remaining for Tampa. Off the near side wall, loose in the high slot, and it beats the glove hand of Grable. 4-0 Tampa, and there's really nothing Grable could do. It was just an excellently placed shot from Holden Havlovic. Again, 2 for 2 on the power play for Tampa. A power play goal giving them a 4-0 lead. And there's really nothing Grable can do when the Embry-Riddle penalty killers allow Havlovic just to walk down Main Street into the center of the slot and roof one over the left-handed glove of Grable with 7:06 left in period 1. This is going to be a long night for the home team if they can't get any kind of momentum right now. Embry-Riddle into the attacking zone. Stripping possession away is Kelleher, but he loses it after gaining the zone. Transition by Vaughn over the blue line. Leaves it in the high slot. Heavy collision as Kelleher sent his man down to the ice. That was Andrew Thomas. Sent on his wallet for his troubles, but it is an icing call against Embry-Riddle in the process. 6:36 left in period 1. Face-off far side circle. Connor Yates at center for Tampa against Gavin Perry for Embry-Riddle. Yates wins it back all the way to the blue line for Community. Pape can't get a handle, but he leaves it for Havlovic. Thrown in front, but Kelleher intercepts but can't clear it out. 6:20 left in the period. Corner battle ensues as the puck migrates to the far side below the goal line. Cycled back down low on the stick of Yates. Yates throws it in front. Never a bad play, but the Eagle defense is there to send it to the boards. Joseph Weingrim, got to be careful. He's running around a little bit in his own zone as this long-range shot goes off the stick of Mendoza up to the blue line, and Weingrim throwing the body, and the puck eventually finds its way out towards center, reversed onto the stick of Passero, and Tampa comes right back into the attacking end. Passero stopping up at the blue line, reverses down low. Mendoza cycles to a pair of red jerseys. Tampa takes over. Havlovic to the blue line. Passero, a knuckle puck that rolls wide, comes off the end wall back out in front, steered to the far half wall. Isaiah Martin dead tired at the end of his shift with possession in the near corner, forces it to the far side. A rolling puck goes onto the stick of a Spartan player, but it bounces over him and out towards center. Tampa cycling out of their own end, up the near side wall for Jelani Wilson. Left into open space for Pizzo. Knocked away from him, and Christopher Walsh has it knocked away. But Billy Callahan chasing it down the far side wall, intercepted by Walsh on the breakout, chipped up to the blue line and skated out by Tampa. Busher down the left wing, one-on-one against Cardello, who steers him into the corner boards with 4:42 left in the first period. A couple of toe drags in front. Sean Cardello can't clear it out, thrown up to the blue line. Betkiss is there potentially to clear it out for Embry-Riddle, but he cannot do it. And a fluttering rainbow shot goes into the midsection of Brendan Grable, and he gives up no rebound with 4:32 left in period one. 4-0 is the lead for Tampa right now. 2 power play goals on 2 power play opportunities for the Spartans. Embry-Riddle 0 for 3. Tampa wins the faceoff up to the blue line. Rimmed around the boards, back behind. Cardello shrugs off a body, but he yields possession in the process. Gardner taking a hit to chip it out towards center. Handled by Joyce behind. Avoiding the body of Gardner, supplying the forecheck pressure, but it's Joyce fanning on the stretch pass. And Conroy finds Ginelli. Transition back out towards center. Again, a little bit of tennis in the neutral zone, no one having clear possession. Finally handled back behind the net by Tampa's Jelani Wilson. No, excuse me, that's a 13, not a 12, so Justin Evans sends that up the near side wall, but Cardello sends it back out towards center onto a red stick. Backhanded into the glove hand of Grable, and he will have no option but to cover it up as Anthony Mancini supplied some pressure. Embry-Riddle right now with only 2 official shots on goal and no goals to their name right now. 3:35 left in the first period, 4-0 lead for Tampa. Spartans to the blue line. Rentner with no shooting lane, smartly dumps it off the corner boards. Puck finds its way all the way to the far side, thrown out in front. Good save is made by Gardner. As again, Thomas McKiernan just found his way off the far side wall, walked right into the middle and got a straightaway shot. But this time, Brendan Grable was out on top of his crease, making a good positional save with the chest protector. A long-range blue line shot deflects wide to the far corner. Mendoza stripped of possession, comes out in front. This one goes off the outside of the net. Mendoza poking at it. Tampa comes up with it. Another long-range blue line shot blocked by their own man. The shot came from the blue line and deflected away by Jack Vaughn unintentionally. Vaughn gets it in the high slot, and a quick shot goes into the shoulder and eventually into the glove hand of Brendan Grable. No rebound given up with 2:51 left in period one. Tampa controlling things in the offensive zone, comes out into the high slot, and a rising shot just goes over the crossbar from Jack Vaughn. Rolling at the blue line, Walsh. Nice pass in the middle for Betkiss. Has Callahan offside posture over the blue line as he was knocked over the blue line by a red jersey. 2:36 left in the first. And this is the line for Embry-Riddle that needs to take over this game. Walsh with Callahan and Betkiss. Onside over the line, but Cameron Pape steals it away for Tampa. Long stretch pass deflected at the red line, no icing. Holden Havlovic with one power play goal this game. All the way to the blue line. Ian Betkiss smartly gets it out, supplying the pressure. Pape around the boards near side for Passero. 2:10 left in the first. At the blue line, held in by Sean Cardella. Far side community. Callahan at the blue line dangerously, but he holds it in, sends it down low. Betkiss is there, gets the shot away, but it deflects wide. Sends it out in front off the outside of the net so it stays behind. Little bit of momentum here for the Eagles. Betkiss in front, rolling to the blue line. Cardello fans on the shot, and it gets deflected over the net, but it stays in play. Tampa successfully clears it out, and on choppy ice, it's not going to make it to the goal line for an icing. So a quick transition for the Eagles turns into an icing that is waved off. Official saying Blake Duffy could have made an attempt on the puck. So a centering pass goes deflected out towards center off of Gianelli. And Cardello does the honors of dumping it in with 1:17 left in the first. All the time in the world for Duffy to send it up the near side wall. Good forecheck pressure from Embry-Riddle. They get possession at center. Cardello dumps it cross corner, goes off the paddle of DeCaro, who has seen little rubber in this first period. .60 seconds exactly remaining in the first period. Face off in the far side circle after the best shift of the game by far for Embry-Riddle. They just couldn't put it past Will DeCaro. 55 seconds left. Tampa on the breakout. Sean Joyce around Mendoza, but not around Gardner. Conroy sends a shoulder his way, but it's going to be an elbowing penalty instead, says the official. The referee back in the neutral zone, who was shielded by a couple of bodies, saying that a shoulder-to-shoulder collision turns into an elbowing penalty against Patrick Conroy with 45.2 seconds left in period one. Tampa will go on their third power play of the game. They are 2 for 2 to this point. Face-off far circle, controlled by Tampa. Duffy for Passero, back to Duffy far side. Place catch with Passero, eventually to the far circle, but through the stick of Pizzo. Fisher bodied into the corner, into a turnover. Thrown in front, steered away by Perry to the near boards, but kept in by Passero. 23 seconds left in the period. Passero gets it back, walks the line, doesn't take the shot, sends it into the circle. Near side shot off the outside of the net from Pizzo. Pizzo gets it back to the blue line. Passero walks in, doesn't take the shot, holds it at the top of the circle, sends it down low. 6 seconds left for Tampa in this period. They throw it up to the blue line. No shot is had as they had minimal clock awareness. So Embry-Riddle escapes the first period with 1:15 remaining in their penalty kill. Tampa 2 for 2 on the power play opportunities, and they lead 4-0 over Embry-Riddle. We will be back for the start of period number 2 here from the Daytona Ice Arena. Again, the score after 20 minutes of play, Embry-Riddle 0, Tampa 4.
We're up with the sun, on the flight line, on the quad, on the track, in the sky and in the surf. We are serious, intense, fearless. We work hard and we play harder. We are pioneers, travelers, adventurers, explorers. We build the bots, we put the roar in rockets. We tweak the code and we craft the apps. We plan it, we run it. If you can fly it, build it, or lead it, our alumni have done it. We built it, they came, and we're still growing from every state and more than 100 countries. We are the only, the best, the industry leaders, and we've only just begun. We're cranking our rankings to the next level. #1 in the conference. #1 in the classroom. We're making waves, competing on brand new planes. We're taking business, medicine, engineering, and flight into space. We teach it, we preach it, we help you reach it. Your dreams, your goals, extra focus, extra fast, extraordinary. Embry-Riddle.
Academic excellence is the first priority of our team. We're constantly learning about the game of hockey and building our hockey intelligence.
In hockey, we learn critical skills that apply to our professional careers, such as perseverance, teamwork, leadership, communicating with others, and decision-making.
We prioritize our coursework.
We understand and value teamwork.
We have a strong work ethic based on discipline and goal setting.
We win through academic achievement.
We win by triumphing over adversity.
We win by conquering our goals.
teams starting to filter back onto the ice for the start of period number 2 here between the Embry-Riddle Eagles and the University of Tampa Spartans in Collegiate Hockey Federation D3 action. Once again, we want to thank all of you for joining us up here in the Daytona Ice Arena broadcast booth on the Embry-Riddle Eagles YouTube broadcast network. Nick Gimbel on the play-by-play here. Tampa comes into this second period with a 4-0 lead. Tampa in their road red uniforms, black pants and socks, moving right to left across the ice surface. Will DeCaro making his way back into the Tampa net, stopping all 2 of Embry-Riddle's shots in the first period. Brendan Grable, 4 goals against on 12 shots, will make his way into the Embry-Riddle net. Eagles wearing their home white uniforms, gold and blue trim, blue pants and helmets, moving left to right across the ice surface for the period of the long change, period number 2. Patrick Conroy in the Eagles penalty box. So Tampa will start period number 2 with a 5-on-4 power play for 1 minute and 15 seconds as the Eagles get their correct number of players out on the ice. Tampa 2 for 2 on their power play opportunities to this point. And they'll start with offensive zone presence right off the draw. Thrown in front on a sharp angle shot. Good paddle save made by Grable, hugging his post on the near side. Cross ice to the right circle for Duffy. He'll send it in front right into the midsection of Grable. No rebound given up. Takes 20 seconds off the clock. 56 seconds left in Eagle penalty kill time. A one-timer right off the face-off win was a knuckle puck off the stick of Thomas McKiernan. No trouble for the left-handed glove of Brendan Grable. We'll do it all over again on the far circle. This time, Tampa will corral it at the far half wall, eventually up towards the circle, back down into the corner for McKiernan. Blue line for Joyce, near side Duffy. Half wall Vaughn, he's dumped on his backside by Cardello, and it's cleared out by Perry. Gavin Perry supplying some light forecheck pressure on the penalty kill. Still 23 seconds left. The Eagle penalty kill. This one's going to be thrown all the way down by Tampa for an icing call on the power play. That's not how the Spartans wanted to start the second period. 59 seconds into the middle frame. Still a 4-0 lead for Tampa. 17 seconds left on Eagle penalty kill time. Face-off near side circle in Embry-Riddle offensive territory following the Tampa icing. They win the face-off. Callahan to the blue line, and Fisher fans on the one-timer. Walsh gets it back up towards the blue line. It's intercepted. Tampa on the transition. Fisher has to back check in a hurry. Possible 2-on-1 comes out in front, and the slashing delayed penalty is going to be negated by a point-blank goal from Tampa. Jake Vaughn with his first of the game. So there's 1 second left on Conroy's penalty on the clock. So what should happen is Conroy is going to come out of the penalty box. His 1 second is going to expire, but Isaiah Martin's slashing penalty is going to stand because of that. The goal can only negate one of these penalties, and it is essentially like a retail buy one get one free deal, or buy one get one half off, I should say. The lower price is the one that you get 50% on. That's how they get you in the retail world. So the penalty time that was less on the scoreboard is the one that goes away because of the goal. .37 left in period 2. 5-0 is the score for Tampa. And they pick up right where they left off. Down low, the centering pass deflecting up to the blue line, rolls out towards center. Skated into the zone by Mancini. Centering pass goes all the way through the blue paint to the far corner. Cross-ice seam was open onto the stick of Healy, but he has to corral it along the boards. Up to the blue line straight away. Now near side for Evans, surveying his options. Goes back into the middle for Kirby. He'll send it in front, blocked away. The rebound cleared. 67 seconds left of Tampa power play time. 3 for 3, and this is their 4th opportunity, their 2nd of the period, thanks to the slashing penalty from Isaiah Martin. Justin Evans, a little stutter step around Mendoza, and he sends a shot right into the glove hand of Grable. He'll snag that one out of the air and corral it for no rebound. 17:34 left in period 2. Face-off near side circle controlled by the Spartans. They'll send it up to the blue line, back near side for Community. Cross-ice seam again is open, a 2-on-1 down low. Comes in front, good stick from Cardello. But the backdoor pass was a good one on the far side from Connor Yates. Sean Cardello broke it up and the Eagles cleared it all the way down. Over the blue line onside. No shot is had by Pape, but he finds Community at the blue line. Straightaway shot deflecting, sticked away by Grable. Dangerously out in front, and another own goal for Embry-Riddle. I believe Cameron Pape may have gotten a stick on Isaac Fisher's rim around the boards attempt, and it came out in front. And Brendan Grable with his right skate off of the post with about 3 inches of room. That's all the puck needed to find its way into the back of the net. So it is now 6-0 Tampa. Right now we're going to score that as Cameron Pape's first goal of the game. Conroy behind. And yet again, a power play goal for Tampa. 4 for 4. Right now, Embry-Riddle needs to stay out of the penalty box as they trail 6-0, 4 of those goals being on Tampa's power plays. To the near corner, a little stutter step from Havlovic. He'll throw it out in front. Kelleher with an errant body check, allowing the play to go up towards the blue line, and this long-range shot deflected. Passero sent that one flying from the blue line. He'll get it back. To the near side Community, a long-range slapper just barely goes over the crossbar. Poked at by Magana, can't clear the zone. Gets help from Conroy though. Conroy tries to do the smart play to throw it off the glass, but he just missed over the glass by a couple of inches, and the Eagles will not be allowed to make their line change. Again, these are AA and AAA players mostly making up this D3 Embry-Riddle team, so instances like that where at the AA and AAA U18 and U16 levels where you can make a line change at any point of the game, this is where they're going to have to kind of relearn the game as this one rolls into the glove hand of Grable off the rebound save. These young players in their first year at the collegiate level are going to have to learn these new rules, like no changing on a hybrid icing. And if you shoot it over the glass undeflected, there's no penalty call, but you won't be able to make the line change that you would have at the youth level. That's the advantage that the juniors players have over the youth hockey, USA hockey players, is the understanding and the knowledge of those rules coming into this level. But it's all a learning process, but Christopher Walsh steals that one away, but his breakaway is thwarted. and his toe drag fails as well. So what was a partial break for Embry-Riddle turns into a controlled breakout for Tampa. Busher over the blue line around Cardello, who lost his stick in the body placement. And an errant centering pass goes all the way down, no icing. And another 2-on-1 sprung for Tampa. They get it up onside for Rentner. The drop pass was intended for Jelani Wilson, but he elected for a line change instead. Now Billy Callahan, he's going to have to be one of the players for this D3 team to take over this game if Embry-Riddle wants a chance to get back in. They trail 6-0, 14:38 left in the second period. Over the red line. And the official thought about waving it off, but it was enough of an offside posture to call it. And the faceoff comes out towards center. Chipped in towards the high slot. Mendoza does the smart play to dump it off the boards and out. Deflected back in on the delayed offsides. Tampa touches up, supplies pressure. Up the near side for Gardner. He's dumped on his backside by Justin Evans. Tampa takes over possession to the neutral zone. Backhanded to the far side. Onside play. Jack Healy dumps in behind for Justin Evans. Dealing with the body of Mendoza. Evans all the way for a straightaway shot from the top of the circles, and the rebound gets corralled back behind the Embry-Riddle net. Dangerously in front of their own net, and Tampa takes over, but a good shot block from Conroy sends the puck up to the blue line, but again, not out. Tampa outnumbering down low, a 3-on-1 down in front. A stuff attempt goes off the outside of the post, comes in front. Glove save is made by Grable, standing his ground in the blue paint. All three Embry-Riddle forwards were caught up in the top of the zone, and after a missed hit in the near side corner, it turned into a 3-on-1 down low for the Spartans. They hit the post with one shot, and then the twine of the left-handed glove of Grable with the rebound. 13:30 left in period two, 6-0, shots 18-2 in favor of Tampa. They have just taken control of this game from the initial puck drop. Spartans controlling it in the offensive zone, and a delayed penalty against Embry-Riddle behind the play as a one-timer goes blocked away to the far side corner. Embry-Riddle will have possession. A couple of minor shoves after the whistle, not enough for an extra penalty. Tampa will go on their 5th power play of the game. They're 4 for 4. It is a tripping penalty against Embry-Riddle. The faceoff will stay in Eagle territory. Let's see who it's on. It was behind the play. I didn't see it, but the officials did, and that's all that matters as Patrick Kelleher makes his way into the Eagle penalty box, protesting the whole way. But it's not going to get him anywhere with the Zebras. Power play number 5 of the game for Tampa. They're 4 for 4. Weingrim throwing the body, but he cannot get the puck out. Tampa to the blue line. Cross ice to the near top circle. Duffy dumps it around the boards back behind. Sean Cardello intercepts, but he loses possession before he can clear. Jack Vaughn holding on to it. Sends it back behind for McKiernan. Centering pass is a good one, and a one-timer goes off the right shoulder of Grable again. 4 power play goals and 2 own goals against this young netminder. Easy to get discouraged, but the team in front of him not doing too much to help out Brendan Grable. Some of the saves he's made has been spectacular. He's just got to keep riding that positive wave. Walsh trying to separate body from puck on the penalty kill forecheck, and he does just that. Mendoza turning back into his own end. And he turns it over at neutral ice. He couldn't clear it 200 feet. On the far side for Joyce. Lost possession over the blue line. Glove down by Tampa. This should be a hand pass, and it will be. Face-off back out towards center, right in front of the Spartans bench in neutral ice. Eagles win the face-off, but again, they can't clear it past the center ice red line. Tampa takes over. They'll start their set neutral zone regroup. Trying to force it up the far side wall. They're back in their own end. Good pass up the near side wall on the backhand of Pizzo. He comes in onside over the blue line, sends it in front, paddled away by Grable. To the blue line, straight away high slot, blockered away by Grable. Good rebound control too, sending that to the far corner. Out of trouble, allowing Conroy an opportunity to clear, and he'll take it. Through the air, over the blue line, and all the way down. DeCaro leaves it on a platter for his defense with 20 seconds left in the Tampa power play. 11:26 left in period 2, 6-0 lead for Tampa. Sean Cardello off the boards and down through Billy Callahan, and the transition is on for Tampa. Near side over the blue line. Poked at a couple of times, no high stick and no hand pass. Embry-Riddle, for the first time this game, has killed off a penalty. Tampa 4 for 5. Embry-Riddle 0 for 3 on their power play opportunities. None in this second period, but here comes a partial break for Embry-Riddle, but it was Kelleher who fell down on the play and couldn't get a shot away. Up the near side and wide open on the far side is Comenity. He'll come down the right wing wall. A rolling puck goes back past the glove hand of Grable, and it's 7-0. So Comenity with his first of the game. And the extra point for the Spartans is good with 10:37 left in period 2, 7-0 score. 20-2 is the shot lead for Embry-Riddle. The Spartans turn it over at neutral ice. Here comes Fisher right in. Good diving poke check is made by Jack Vaughn. Didn't take down Fisher in the process. A completely legal diving poke check. Sean Cardello using his body, keeping Tampa out of their offensive zone. Walsh will skate it over the red line and dumps it in. Continued around the boards by DeCaro, who has seen minimal action in this game. Just look at how clean the sheet of ice is in Tampa's defensive end. They're going to bring it out towards center, geometrically onto the stick of Busher, but he couldn't corral it. Handled by Vaughn, looking for his second of the game. Couldn't get it on goal. Tampa back out towards center. Rentner with the stretch pass is a good one on the stick of Busher. Looking for a centering pass. Busher holding onto it. The stuff attempt goes off the left pad of Grable, and the rebound corralled off the right shoulder as well. A second stuff attempt comes out in front, pounced on by the Embry-Riddle netminder. 9:29 left in period number 2. It is 7-0 in favor of the visitors. Faceoff will stay in Embry-Riddle territory, near side circle. Tampa wins it. Glove down by Pape. Can't walk off the wall with it, so he's forced to send it to the far side. Gustavo Magana taking the body, allowing his team to get it out towards center, but that's as far as it gets before it's dumped back in. Delayed offsides is touched up. Eagles dangerously through center, but it works out. Only as far as the center ice red line again, though, as Tampa sends it back in. Good tape-to-tape pass. And Kelleher dumps it in the rest of the way. Duffy first on it for Tampa, rims it around the near side. 8.5 left in period 2. Rimmed around the boards to the far side for Havlovic. And a rolling puck finds its way out towards center. Delayed offsides is called as Gavin Perry was in the attacking end in an offside posture. And the Tampa clearing attempt went off of his shin pads, so the offsides is called. Face-off in front of Embry-Riddle's bench at neutral ice. It was thrown into Kelleher's padding by a Tampa player, so it's not an intentional offsides by any means. So that's why the face-off did not go all the way down the ice. And another breakout for Tampa springs a partial 2-on-1. Down the far side, here comes Passero. He'll take a shot, blocker save. Rebound goes wide. Grable was diving back into position, but he didn't have to make the second save. Now Isaiah Martin and Anthony Mancini tying each other up, and I believe they're both going to go to the penalty box. So 4-on-4 for the next couple of minutes. 7:24 left in the second. Rimmed around the boards from the blue line, far side to near, into the corner. Billy Callahan keeping possession for Tampa back below the goal line, getting help from Mendoza, who vacated the far blue line, so Tampa has possession. A long-range one-timer gets fanned on by Community. Far side Passero holds it in. Lots of open ice for the Spartans here, 4-on-4. Centering pass, and the third own goal for Embry-Riddle. Joseph Mendoza doing what all defensemen are taught. He made his stick bigger by putting it flush on the ice down low, but somehow, some way, it pinballed off of the defenseman's stick and past Brendan Grable. 8-0 lead for Tampa and 3 own goals. And we are going to have a run clock starting now, so 6:17 left in period 2. This one thrown off the glass, hits a partition and goes cross corner to the far side, so the clock will be in a continuous motion during stoppages of play. Cross ice pass goes to the far circle. Ron Rentner holding on to it, plays it up towards the blue line. Long range shot blocked away. Good stick in the shooting lane from Jonathan Gardner. Now Jack Healy settling a rolling puck down near side, still 4-on-4. This one comes out in front. A backhander point blank is handled by the left pad and eventually the glove hand of Brendan Grable. And as we just mentioned, a run clock situation here. So 5:28, 27, 26, 25. Left in period 2. Both players will be coming out of the penalty box at the drop of the puck. Embry-Riddle's going to have to pull one player off here, as they are going to have Isaiah Martin coming out of the penalty box, so there should only be 4 players aside on the face-off, and that is why you see Gavin Perry skating out of the frame. 5 minutes left in period 2. Again, the run clock with an 8-0 Tampa lead. Thrown in front. And up towards the blue line off the face-off win, goes all the way down. Back to 5-on-5, full and even strength. Tampa comes out with it. Possible 3-on-2 to the near side. Centering pass goes through the blue paint to the forward corner. That was Jack Healy electing for the pass instead of the shot. And the official's arm is up again against Embry-Riddle. An interference penalty. Looks like against Gustavo Magana. Power play number 6 for Tampa. They're 4 for 5 on their man advantage opportunities to this point. The clock has stopped to allow the timekeeper to put up the penalty time. And at the drop of the puck, we will continue the run clock portion of period 2 in an 8-0 Tampa lead. Community to the far side. Passero to the half wall. Passero wants it back at the top of the blue line. He'll get it. Rolling puck has to be settled down by Community. Back for Passero. Eventually far side for Healy around the umbrella. Healy cross ice, and another one that nearly goes in off the skate of Sean Cardello. Now a collision back behind is somehow a delayed penalty against Embry-Riddle again. So 6-on-4 with the empty net for Tampa. It is going to be Mendoza once Embry-Riddle touches up, as this one is pouncing around in front of Grable. And there's really nothing that Joseph Mendoza can do there. He went for the body check. The Tampa player jumped out of the way. Their skates collided. Nothing intentional about it. In an 8-0 game, the referee calls that a tripping penalty, and it's a 5-3. It's a 5-on-3 power play for Tampa now for about 50 seconds, depending on when they get this puck dropped because of the run clock situation. Now they'll stop it to put Mendoza's tripping penalty up on the board with 3:16 left in period 2. Isaac Fisher, after the Embry-Riddle face-off win, will use the backhand to dump it all the way down. 3:08 left in period 2, 5-on-3 power play for Tampa. Set power play breakout for the Spartans. They'll come down the near side wall for McKiernan. Bodied by Walsh. Cannot steal possession away. McKiernan straight away at the top of the power play umbrella. Near side for Duffy with half a minute left on the 5-on-3. McKiernan to the far circle. This one off the post, and it rings out towards the top of the circles. This one back in front. Loose puck at the near post is cleared to the blue line, but not out. Duffy for Thomas. Thomas cross ice intended for Busher. Now we have another delayed penalty call, but the officials are going to have a discussion before anyone makes their way into the penalty box. And again, in a run clock scenario, we're just going to have this clock run down with 2:12, 2:11, 2:10 now left in period 2. Jack Vaughn makes his way into the Tampa penalty box. 2 minutes for slashing, and the faceoff should go all the way down into Tampa defensive territory. And again, we'll stop the clock momentarily to allow Embry-Riddle to have Tampa's 2 minutes put up on the board. So 50 seconds of 4-on-4 play. This one rolls in on goal for the first shot in a while against DeCaro, and he is able to smother the rebound as it popped out off of his paddle. So under 2 minutes in a run clock second period, 8-0 lead for Tampa. Shots 23-3 in favor of the Spartans. They'll win the faceoff and one-handed out towards center. Skated into by Pape, partially behind the defense. Throws it off the face mask of Grable. The rebound cleared up to the blue line and out to neutral ice. Rentner for Duffy. And the quick up on the stick of Pape deflects into the corner. Sean Cardello first on it. Tries to force it to the far side corner. Stolen away by Pape. All the way towards the top of the circles. Embry-Riddle now with a 5-on-4 power play, but they got to get the puck away from Tampa. 1 minute of power play time for Embry-Riddle, but right now Tampa just doing whatever they want to Embry-Riddle. Finally, it's turned over in the high slot. And Mendoza fresh out of the box. Near side Callahan. Callahan lets it fly. A shot blocked away. Rebound is there, and he missed the far side post by an inch. 50 seconds left in the period. 43 seconds of power play time for Embry-Riddle. 0 for 3 to this point, and Walsh can't hold the line. Walsh back down to his own end. Has Mendoza on the near wall. Tries to one bump it into the middle for Callahan, but it rolls away from him, and Tampa sends it all the way back down. High sticking will not be called. They'll let play continue in the final 26 seconds of period 2. Christopher Walsh, a nice breakout for his captain. Callahan sends this one a long-range shot into the glove hand of DeCaro, who elects to play it, and his defense clears it all the way down. Never a bad opportunity to get the puck on net from Billy Callahan there, especially knowing that there have been very few shots on this netminder for Tampa. Final 3 seconds of the period clock down. It would have been an icing call, but it doesn't matter. And we will have no Zam cut We will have a 5-minute intermission, and we will be back for the start of period number 3 here momentarily from the Daytona Ice Arena. 8-0 is the lead for the Tampa Spartans. Once again, we will be back in about 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Don't go anywhere. No Zam cut for the second intermission. We will be back for period number 3. We told you we'd be back pretty quick. Period number 3 with no ice cut set to get underway. 8-0 lead for Tampa. Period number 3 is underway. Once again, Tampa in red for period 3, moving left to right. Embry-Riddle in white, moving right to left. Brendan Grable watches this one come in towards his blue paint, makes the right pad save. Will DeCaro stays in net for Tampa. Open area on the far circle. The Spartans get it out in front, and a good paddle save made by Grable on the point-blank shot. To the blue line for Pizzo. Sends it to the corner. On the stick of Wilson. Back for Pizzo, sends it on goal. Pad save made, rebound comes in front, cleared out by Conroy. Ginelli has run into the boards trying to skate down the right wing wall, and Tampa comes on the transition. Icing waved off. So play continues a minute into the third period. Sean Cardello lost possession over the blue line. Dump back in onside. Fisher, stutter stepping away from a hit, walks in towards the middle. He's hooked on the play. That's a penalty against Tampa. So Embry-Riddle, who did not get a power play opportunity in the second period, will have their 4th of the game, first of the third period. They're 0 for 3. Dylan Passero, the guilty party for the Spartans. Once again, we want to thank all of you for joining us here on the Embry-Riddle Eagles YouTube live stream. Nick Gimbel on the play-by-play for everybody here from the Daytona Ice Arena. As this one is cleared all the way down. These two teams were scheduled to have a game tomorrow. That has been canceled as Florida Southern D3 team makes their way to the University of Tampa. They will play that game tomorrow. So Tampa in action tomorrow against Florida Southern. Embry-Riddle's D3 team will have tomorrow off. Embry-Riddle's D2 team makes their way to the RDV Sportsplex in Orlando against UCF in their second game of the home-and-home series. Embry-Riddle victorious in that D2 game earlier by a score of 4-3, an absolute thriller down to the final seconds. Tampa has been in complete control of this game. 4 power play goals. Half of their goals are power play goals, and almost half of their goals were own goals from Embry-Riddle. 3 different goals on the scoreboard for Tampa came off of a white jersey or stick. Embry-Riddle still with 44 seconds of power play time, but right now Tampa just having their way, dumping it down over and over for Embry-Riddle to set up out of their own end. Cardello turns it over in the far corner, and Tampa dumps it out off a body of the referee, and Isaiah Martin stripped of possession. Anthony Mancini all the way out towards center, allowing Tampa to just hold on to it. They're looking to kill the final 18 seconds of their penalty. And just beautiful tape-to-tape passing from the Spartans right now as Jack Healy comes in. He's dumped down by Billy Callahan. And Walsh throwing his body weight around. 3-on-2 for Embry-Riddle potentially. Callahan over the blue line. Betkiss goes to the net, and a long-range shot routinely sticked away by Will DeCaro. To the blue line for Walsh. Avoids the body check of Jack Healy. Callahan walking off the wall, comes into the high slot. Callahan, a roller, sends it off the left pad of DeCaro, and the rebound up towards the blue line for a one-timer from Conroy, deflected over the net. I mentioned at the top of this broadcast that this was the line for Embry-Riddle that needed to get momentum for their team, and they're doing that right now as Callahan just couldn't get that one down low. He had Betkiss all alone in front. Now Conroy through center, off the stick of Walsh. Fresh off the bench is Ron Rentner. 15:30 left in period 3, 8-0 lead for Tampa. Fisher around the boards for Betkiss. He'll backhand it in front, but it's deflected away by Rentner, and he throws a body in the process. And Betkiss with a spear to the midsection of Ron Rentner. Did not injure him as he's going to skate this one in, but it's a delayed penalty against Embry-Riddle regardless. Just again, another undisciplined, frustrated penalty for Embry-Riddle as Fisher touches up. And unlike the skate-to-skate collision that caused Mendoza to go into the Embry-Riddle penalty box for tripping, that's one that you got to call to not allow this game to get out of hand. So Betkiss goes into the Embry-Riddle penalty box for slashing officially. Tampa on their first power play of period 3, 14:56 left in the third. Two-a-side corner battle on the far side. Tampa not outnumbering. They're on the power play, so they're going to watch this one migrate up towards the blue line, dump back below the top of the circles. Bouncing at the blue line, kicked into neutral ice. Miscommunication between the Spartans turns into Tampa's favor as it's dumped in by Joyce, and he'll skate into it himself. But Sean Cardello using his big body frame to make a collision back behind. The puck finds its way out towards the blue line. Embry-Riddle's second effort can't clear the zone. Finally, the third effort is successful. Long stretch pass from Tampa. Gets deflected to the near side blue line. And an errant breakout pass allows this one to go glove down in the high slot. Skate to stick from Jack Vaughn. Now over the blue line for Andrew Thomas. Drop pass for Vaughn. Centers out in front. Backhanded to the near circle. But it is Joseph Weingrim to rim it around the boards to the far side. Gavin Perry can't clear it out. Eventually a successful clearing attempt from Magana. 39 seconds left of Eagle penalty kill time. Chipped in at the blue line by McKiernan. He'll peel off for a line change. Embry-Riddle failing to clear it out. Conroy turns it over down low, and a turnaround shot gets blocked in front. To the blue line for Duffy. He'll send this one blocked by Conroy again, and he'll steer that one out to the side of the net, and the referee lost sight of it just long enough for him to blow his whistle with 13:07 left in the third period. And it looks like Anthony Mancini is going to go to the Tampa penalty box for roughing, so that will be the end of Embry-Riddle's penalty kill. The faceoff will go down to Embry-Riddle's offensive zone. And Ian Betkiss will come out of the penalty box at the drop of the puck. 12:54 left in the third. So face off in the far side circle in Embry-Riddle offensive territory. Betkiss will be replaced by Fisher. 5-on-4 power play for Embry-Riddle. They dump it cross corner, no icing. Community is first on it. This one sent all the way down, again, no icing. And a dangerous clearance attempt from Grable, but he makes the poke check on the point-blank shot that was going to come from Jack Healy after Grable turned it over himself. Deflected at the blue line by Havlovic. So Joseph Mendoza throws it up the near side wall, and it deflects out towards center. Tampa controls. They are on the penalty kill for the next minute and 15 seconds. They'll throw it all the way down. Conroy watches this one go past him. He'll corral it off the end boards in the far corner. Once again, this is a heavy learning process for most of these first-year freshman players for Embry-Riddle. And this one goes off the face mask of Grable. Doesn't look to have jarred loose any straps, so play continues. Most of these Embry-Riddle players coming from USA Youth Hockey. As back behind the play, Jonathan Gardner and Holden Havlovic tie each other up. They'll both go to their respective penalty boxes. Tampa has always been an SCHC powerhouse, having to cut so many players and have a limited recruiting process, but with the addition of the SCHC to the Collegiate Hockey Federation, as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, allowing teams like Tampa, who have a massive tryout turnout, an opportunity to field a lower team. And a good majority of these Tampa players coming from juniors programs, whereas Embry-Riddle getting most of their players from the youth side of hockey, not being accustomed to rules like a hybrid icing, having to win the race to the dots to make sure that icing is called, the delayed offsides, the no change on the icings or when the puck is thrown out of play, and just the sheer speed of the collegiate game that teams like Tampa are going to bring every single time they step out onto the ice. Back to 5-on-5 play. Embry-Riddle trying to get the puck out of their own zone. They do just that. Billy Callahan. He and Ian Betkiss are the only veteran players on this D3 team, the only players who have spent any amount of time on Embry-Riddle's roster the past couple of seasons. Noteworthy that Embry-Riddle did not participate last season because of their strict COVID protocols after the 2019-2020 season was shut down before they could make it to nationals, and a beautiful walkout in front, but a better paddle save from Brendan Grable. Keeps the score at 8-0. Billy Callahan wearing the captaincy for Embry-Riddle. He and Ian Betkiss are the only ones who have ever worn an Embry-Riddle uniform before and ever played at the collegiate level. And the confidence that Callahan tries to bring to his game is shown here last week against UF and tonight against Tampa. But players like Betkiss, who would be left off the roster for most of the season and left on a practice squad type of role, gets his opportunity as a starter on this D3 team in the dying years of his college career. Walsh intercepts that one at the red line and dumps it in. Thrown off the body of Gavin Perry, and he keeps it below the goal line. Taken away by Dylan Passero. He'll start the breakout up the near side for Pape, who clears it out towards center. Near side, Mendoza. Rimmed it around the boards. Community had it go through him in a heavy collision right in front of the referee on the far corner. Good body from Gustavo Magana. To the blue line, Mendoza sends a long-range slap shot wide of the far side post and past the outstretched left-handed glove of Will DeCaro. Tampa is going to skate this out on the stick of Connor Yates. Taken down from behind. Play continues. 8:15 left in the third, 8-0 lead for Tampa. No icing because Tampa did not have the opportunity to touch that puck, otherwise it would have been too many men on the ice. So the officials recognize that and allow play to continue. Dumped into the near side corner after a deflection. Isaac Fisher with a little stutter step behind his net, getting space for himself up the near side wall, but it goes through the skates of Joe Gianelli. Tampa in their own end, up the far side wall. Jack Healy gets around a couple of Embry-Riddle defenders, sends it out in front, sticked away by Sean Cardello, who's dumped on his backside for his troubles. Rolling puck at the blue line, gets out for a delayed offsides that will be called with 7:25 and a running clock with an 8-0 Tampa lead. Tampa holds it in at the top of the slot. They'll send one crossbarring in. What a shot from Thomas McKiernan. You could tell he wanted to celebrate that shot, and I don't blame him. That was a rocket over the left-handed glove of Brendan Grable, but recognizing that a 9-0 celebration would be a little bit unclassy, I respect him for that, but a little hop in his step after an absolutely gorgeous shot. So Embry-Riddle trailing 9-0 with 6 minutes remaining. Dumped around the boards. DeCaro out of his net to leave it on a platter for Ron Rentner. Far side for Busher. Clears it out. Conroy throws it off the boards. Delayed offsides will be called. Long-range shot goes into the glove hand of Will DeCaro, and a good long-range shot from Magana. Tampa controlling the loose puck after a corner battle. Under 5 minutes to go. This one comes off a deflection out towards center. And this saucer pass goes undeflected. Icing will be waved off. Cardello gets to it before it reaches the goal line. Thrown off the corner of the boards, and it finds its way out towards center. Handled by Rentner in his own end. He'll backhand it behind his own net, nearly turned over to Riddle. Tampa starting their breakout. Up the near side wall. A good backhand one-touch for Busher. Busher, the drop pass. Pizzo lets it fly into the glove hand of Grable, no rebound. Tampa holds the line. The second effort is deflected out towards center. 3:45 left in the third. 9-0 lead for Tampa. It has been all Spartans all night. And this is their first game of the 2021-2022 season. Game 2 tomorrow against Florida Southern for Tampa. Embry-Riddle not in action tomorrow night. Down the near side wall, the centering pass goes off a skate of Conroy in front. Once again, nearly the fourth own goal for Embry-Riddle, but it goes off the pad of Grable and he covers. Run clock with 3:10 left in the third period. Shots 30-7 in favor of Tampa. Thrown to the blue line. Passero sends it far side, comes in front after a deflection, poked down low by Healy. Gardner rims it around the boards near side, and the centering pass is intercepted by Tampa. Embry-Riddle can't clear the zone, far side. Healy sends it off the face mask of Grable, and he corrals the rebound into his glove hand. So the Embry-Riddle D2 team will play UCF tomorrow and then Middle Tennessee State University next weekend. Embry-Riddle's D3 team off tomorrow and next weekend as this one rolls in front right into the midsection of Grable. We will see Embry-Riddle's D3 team when the University of South Florida Bulls make their way for a home-and-home series. Once again, another double header of Embry-Riddle hockey action with USF fielding teams at both the D2 and D3 level. It will be Embry-Riddle versus USF at the D2 and D3 level here from the Daytona Ice Arena on October 1st. Over the blue line. This one comes into the middle, intended for Anthony Mancini, but it was too far away from him. Christopher Walsh, first on it on the near corner, trying to start the breakout for the Eagles. Throws it up to Billy Callahan. He chips it out, and he's one-on-one with Passero. Passero, good stick to stop the rush from Callahan. 1 minute remaining. Once again, 9-0 is the score in favor of Tampa. Up the near side for Mancini. The dangerous centering pass picked off by Embry-Riddle. And Callahan sends it into the corner. He'll chase it down himself. Callahan tries to peel it off the wall. He'll send it in front, but it goes off of a skate and deflected out towards center by Tampa. The quick up finds Callahan. He'll send it wide, but it's stopped by the paddle of DeCaro. Will DeCaro will pick up his first win for Tampa as this one goes off the blocker of Grable. Tampa will improve to 1-0 on their fresh season. In the final 5 seconds, Embry-Riddle's going to skate it out, and that will do it. Embry-Riddle will drop to 0-2 after losing last week against UF 5-1. And they will have time to recover, recuperate, and get themselves together until the USF Bulls come to town on October 1st. We will not be back on a live stream until that date. The D2 team, as I mentioned earlier, is at UCF tomorrow and at Middle Tennessee State next weekend. Once again, we thank you for joining us here on the Embry-Riddle Eagles Broadcast Network. 9-0 Tampa over Embry-Riddle.